and to find a way to survive. That's what we talked about, surviving. We had a lead in SMU. When you got Larry Brown on the sideline, you know you're still in the game. And those guys were not quick. You got Nick Moore out there can do some incredible things, and they cut the lead, I think, back down to 5. And to our guys' credit, they didn't panic and got to the free throw line and made free throws. Got off to a good start, and that's what you want to do when you go on the road. We made shots early on, and then we had problems turning over the ball. But it's not good. You know, take credit away from SMU. Very good basketball team. It's just one of those days where we made one more basket, a couple more baskets than they did. I thought tempo was going to be important in this game, and we certainly wanted to ranch it up and really get up and down the floor and make them make basketball decisions. And I thought we did a good job.
Mike Brown said Bobby's pretty damn good and probably playing somewhere else soon. What's your take on that? Just what do you think of Bobby's game?
Oh, Bobby had a good game. I think Bobby, you know, he didn't have any rebounds at halftime. I wasn't happy about that. But he came out and he got up with 5. So he had 0 at halftime, and he came out and got 5. So that tells you what kind of player he is, what kind of kid he is. Very coachable. He listens, but he made some big plays for us, and he's our hoss. We got a hoss that's very versatile. He stepped in, outside, and we just want him to continue to get better, as well as our team. But I really think the key to this game was our bench. Our bench played. Ja'Cory Williams, Landis Harris got in foul trouble. Ja'Cory comes in and gives us some big minutes. Manuel Watkins. Those guys continue to give us efficient playing time, whether it's 5 minutes, 4 minutes. Jabril Durham, a local product, he comes in and gave us some good play. Anton Beer, that's a freshman out there, and we saw him really do a lot of great things in the first half and in the second half. So these guys are learning as they go, but they're going to be the key is going to be those guys that are seniors. They've got to provide some leadership. So Mike settled down after early in the game. He got kind of rattled and made a play and got a technical foul, which I didn't like that, you know, but it shows you what kind of kid he is. He apologized and he went out and went to work. So it was a good team win.
Coach, what do you feel like you learned about your team in the first big road test coming in, maybe tossing?
Well, starting out, I thought, you know, we made some shots early on. Then I thought we were kind of, we were anxious. We were trying to go get it. And that allowed us to get back in the game. We were playing great defense. We were turning the ball over, just trying to do too much. But the second half, I thought we made some adjustments. We had 10 turnovers at halftime. I think we ended up with 13. And with a team like SMU, you're not going to turn them over multiple times. We did in the first half, but in the second half, I thought it settled down. But the game slowed down a little bit as well. We got to the free throw line. We talked about that. If you're going to roll, you want to make sure you're in the ballpark rebound. You got to get to the free throw line just as much as your opponent. We did that, and we didn't let them annihilate us on the glass. We did a better job in the second half of keeping them off the glass. But they're a very good basketball team, and we were fortunate to win tonight.
Coach Brown talked about the start where SMU went 1 for 9 and had no assists, and he complimented your defense. What was it that your defense was able to do to put the clamps on them early?
Well, we're disruptive. I think we're disruptive. We weren't going to let them run their sets. I thought the full court pressure by the time they got across half court, you know, now you're trying to get into a set. It's and our defense was, I thought it was tenacious. I thought wherever there were, they had guys on the block. We had 2 guys coming at them. We always had pressure coming at them, and I thought our pressure was very, very disruptive tonight.
Can you play better defense in the half court than you did tonight?
Repeat that.
Can you play better defense in the half court than you did tonight?
Yeah, I think we can. I think we can. I thought in the second half they were attacking us, and right off the bat, you know, they were in 1-on-1.
They got to the high post late. Why were they able to get to the high post like that?
Say it again.
They got to the high post continually. How did they do that?
I thought our guys kind of let up a little bit. You know, there are times when you start playing not to lose, and I thought our guys did. So they got an attack. But you got to remember, basketball is a game of runs. And they had their runs. I mean, you're not going to keep a good team down like that. You know, I would love to play perfect basketball for 40 minutes. It's entirely impossible to do that. So let's give SMU some credit. They did what they do, and they have some very good players. And Moore, Yannick, I mean, he played well for Nick. Of course, second half, I thought he was much more effective. Both teams had guys getting foul trouble, so I thought that kind of had an effect on the game as well.
Were you ever worried about the lead?
I trust our guys. I'm trusting them even more. I thought our guys come off the bench. I thought they came in and continued to keep SMU a little distant. You always worry about it. I mean, you can't worry about it at that moment. You just got to go play. Our guys did a good job of finishing, and that's one thing we talked about this year. We were in a lot of games last year, almost don't get it done. So that's one of the things we're committed to finish, and I thought we finished tonight.
What do you think about the atmosphere and how your kids handled it?
I thought it was great. I thought it was good. I thought there was some adversity that took place, and our guys did not panic. I didn't see any panicking. And you know, one time they made a big run. I think we were up 17 with the ball, and we take an ill-advised shot. They get a 4-point play, and then they cut it. I think they even like 12 doing that run, and with the young group out there. But it's amazing because now all of a sudden the guys sitting on the bench say, "We're gonna be okay, guys. Just keep playing basketball." So now I'm really hoping the ownership comes, the leadership and the ownership, and when that takes place, we got a chance to have a special team. We got a lot of components, and we just got to get them a little smoother, get them a little sharper.
Would you say
On Monday you got ranked, the program got ranked for the first time in 7 years. How big was that? And then in your first game as a ranked team to come out and win a big role game?
You know, Bob, I guess I don't know. It's good that they mentioned it, but it's not where you start, it's where you finish. And that's what I'm looking at, where we finish. We want to be one of the better teams, not only in our conference, but in the country. And so there's work to be done. It's early in the year, and there's a lot of basketball to be played. And so our focus is just one game at a time, one day at a time. And you know, if we do what we're supposed to do, we want to be there when it's all said and done.
How does this SMU team compare to the one you played last year?
I'll tell you what, their size and athletic element, I thought it was pretty good. I really felt that our defensive pressure wore them down. I thought they wore down. And so that's, but they're more seasoned. Yannick's a senior now, Nick's a junior. Those guys are a lot better. I think, you know, this year they got some guys missing right now. And so that's, you know, as a coach, you're prepared to have these guys, and then when they're not there, then all of a sudden you got to develop that team. You got to develop that team that's there right now. And hopefully you can get some guys back. I think they missed Martin tonight. I really do.
Was there any kind of concern of a letdown after getting in the top 25 after it being so long since Arkansas has been ranked? Just the mental approach coming in?
Our guys have been they kind of listen to my word. They follow my lead. And I think that's the one thing I don't even think anybody talked about top 40. I think you guys have been talking about it. I hadn't mentioned anything to them about it. Now, I know they read and all that stuff, but no, like I say, hopefully this team has the maturity to understand that it's a one game at a time, one day at a time process with them. We got a lot of growing to do.
How do you get them to do what you tell them?
We work on it every single day. I think that's, how do I get them to do it?
Yeah, how do you get them to do
I
what you
got
tell
good
them?
kids. I got good character kids. I mean, they don't do everything I say, but for the most part, they're good character kids. I mean, they're doing a great job of doing things off the floor. And these are the kids we brought in that fit what we're doing. And so I made the statement numerous of times. You got to win off the floor before you win on the floor. And I think these guys embodied that. And I think now they're becoming the we hogs. They're trusting one another. And that's the character goes a long way with me. And so these guys are playing for each other. I think that's the biggest thing. They're playing for each other.
Last one right here.
Would you say this is the best Hogs team that you've had in your Arkansas tenure so far?
I think this is probably, we got, probably from a talent standpoint, you know, but we still got to develop as a team. I think when you talk about the depth we have, the quality depth we have to play the way I would love to play, I think we're seeing that. I think we're seeing a lot of versatile parts. I mean, you look at a guy like Bobby Portis, I mean, you see him step out and knock down a three-point shot. You go, how did he do that? Now he can go inside and maneuver, and he got a rebound. He got to do a lot of things for it. But we got Ja'Cory Williams, that kind of athlete. Michael Qualls, Kai Madden, the 6'5", 6'6" guard. We got a lot of pieces, and now we're coming in with some young, hungry guys coming off that bench that are giving us some really quality minutes. So this team is still evolving. It's still developing, and hopefully when it's all said and done, it could be. They got a chance to have a special year, and they just got to keep trusting one another, keep working.